Thanks for clicking on the webcast. I'm Joe Malillo. Here's the latest from WENY-HD News and the Star-Gazette. This morning, Elmira police are asking neighbors to check their property for any guns or drugs after Monday's tense situation on the south side. As we've reported, a Southside Elmira neighborhood turned into a scene out of a cop show. Police had their guns drawn and neighbors on edge. And a neighbor called police saying a man was acting suspiciously at the home of 317 Fairfield Avenue around 1 o'clock yesterday. When the police officers got there, the man started running. They thought he had a gun, and about a dozen cop cars surrounded the area, searched the neighborhood, and found the suspects hiding out in a van. 4 people were handcuffed and taken into custody at gunpoint.
Other units responded. We got the area locked down, and pretty much we found one of the vehicles that was involved, and several of the individuals, if not all of them, were located hiding within the vehicle. Right now we're still trying to make contact with the actual owner of the vehicle.
Police are asking neighbors to check their property for any guns or drugs the suspects may have thrown away. And New Yorkers will head to the polls this morning to vote on school budgets. In Elmira Heights, the district has had to cut programs and dip into reserves. The Heights is still having a tough time making ends meet. Now, the proposed budget raises taxes almost 7%, and since that's higher than the state's tax cap, it will need a 60% supermajority from voters in order for it to pass. And speaking of voting, residents from across the southern tier can head to their local polls this morning to vote on their budgets and special spending measures, as well as Board of Elections. Locally, Elmira Heights and Horseheads are opening at 7 o'clock this morning, Watkins Glen at 9 a.m. and Corning at 11 a.m. Most polling stations close at 8 tonight. For information about voting, head to your New York State Board of Elections website, and we've posted that right here on your screen, or just call your County Board of Elections to find out where you need to vote. Now here's meteorologist John Hickey with today's forecast. John.
Warm and humid out there again today, and we're also calling for the chance of a pop-up shower or a thunderstorm today, but the bigger headline will be the more hot and humid conditions, more of like what we saw yesterday when we topped out at 86 degrees in Elmira. The strong storm potential is there today, but there just won't be very many of them. Greater chances for some more widespread thunderstorms that are on the stronger side coming in for both your Wednesday and Thursday. And then could it be frosty this weekend? That's a potential there, especially Friday night and Saturday night when we start to clear the sky out. Temperatures could actually drop into the 30s in the absolute coldest locations after seeing these 80s. Crazy stuff. Future track today, not a lot going on, especially in the morning when we just have a partly cloudy sky, but you notice when we pause things here for you at 6, some pop-up showers, some storms, and again, it's one of those deals where we won't see a lot of storms. It's just what each individual ones of those do. That could be the trouble spots where we could see some potentially damaging wind gusts. That would be the greatest threat with those storms today. But tonight, things quiet down. Some patchy valley fog possibility, especially anywhere that sees some rainfall today. And then for tomorrow, it starts off much like today with a partly cloudy sky, but the afternoon features an enhanced risk for some strong thunderstorms. And because of that, the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma has put us in this elevated risk, this area shaded here, for some damaging winds and perhaps some hail up to 1 inch in diameter. Something that we'll be watching very closely for you tomorrow, and then likely to be a similar scenario come Thursday too. So certainly our own severe weather chances are beginning to increase here towards midweek, but for your holiday weekend, things quiet down nicely. Check it out on your 7-day. We go from 80s to 60s. The good news though, we see a lot of sunshine for the weekend. That's your forecast. Here's Joe.
All right, thanks very much, John. For the latest news, weather, sports, be sure to check out WENY-HD News at 5:36 and 11. Don't forget to pick up a copy of today's Star-Gazette. I'm Joe Malillo. Have a great Tuesday, everyone.